Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I am Kelly. Today we're having a special reading that was from a request from my Ko-fi page. I take requests there for kind of single idol readings, or in this case it's a friendship reading, so it's kind of the relationship between two different idols. As you know, I don't really do love readings, so this is kind of just what energies are surrounding them, usually professionally at the moment. As you guys know, I also have a Patreon where I take suggestions and requests, so be sure to check both of those pages out for me. And yeah, I don't like to hold you up, so let's go ahead and get to the reading. You guys have probably seen a lot of my friendship readings in the past, so I feel like you're probably getting tired of the explanation, so let's just pull some cards. All right, let's see. Past. Okay, I'll just hold it down here for a second. Present. And future. Okay. All reversals. So as you guys can see, the deck has been shuffled. It's not just only upside down. I just like to be very clear because I know sometimes it can be confusing if you don't understand how the card shuffling works. Not every tarot reader reads reversals. I do though. So Six of Rings, or if you're familiar, the Six of Pentacles in some decks. In reverse, this is kind of give and take usually. So in the past, it could feel like maybe their friendship, only one person was putting in the effort. It was a one-way thing. I kind of get the vibe it was more him putting effort. I they met, I think they met on like a TV show where they had to write music together. I'm not super familiar with Loco. I don't follow K-Hip-Hop. I do certain artists, but not like as a whole on the genre. So I don't know too much. I feel like he's done some like Show Me the Money or some kind of show. Maybe he was one of the early winners. Other than that, I don't know very much about him. So I think they met on a show, but I feel like in the past, if there was like effort put into their friendship, it was very one-sided, and I feel like it was his side, making calls or just being the one that was actively saying, hey, I want to meet this person, I want to hang out with this person. Three of Cups. This is strange because I know they just did a song together, but this feels like something is inhibiting the celebration of that. I don't know if it didn't do as well as they were hoping. I don't know if there was any weird backlash from it. I didn't see any, but I don't know if on the Korean front if there was some kind of weird negative reaction. I don't know, but this card is showing like, unless they had a fight, they could have had a fight. There's some kind of weird negative reaction going on right now, though, that things that should be celebrated aren't being celebrated. So I don't know. There's a weird energy here for them right now in the present. Future, Six of Wands. This is usually our victory card. It's also in reverse. So I don't know. I don't know if they fight. It almost feels like they butt heads. It doesn't mean they won't be friends, but it could mean like someone feels like they lost, or they have to make themselves smaller in the other person's presence. There's, someone has an ego. One of them has an ego. Or in a way that ego is used to keep the other person in check. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's some weird boundary issues here with their friendship, or there's like I'm gonna be real, it feels like maybe someone, like maybe they tried to date but it didn't work out, or they're going to and it doesn't work out. There's some kind of weird energy there that one person has way more invested than the other. I guess we'll find out. Or I'm not going to actively look for that because, again, I don't like doing love readings, but I do think there's something here. There's energy here that is, I'm not going to pretend is not there. So we'll see, but I generally don't push to look into people's like personal lives and readings. So, but yeah, I think there's something there. I do think there's like a one-sided thing, or like someone tried, there like was a relationship that was an attempt made that doesn't end up working out. So I don't know. There is a weird energy going on. Let me go ahead and let's see how Loco feels toward Hwasa, and then I'll do one for the other way around. Okay. Hierophant. It definitely feels like he definitely reveres her and respects where she comes from. Her knowledge as an artist, respects, looks to her as a mentor in a way, and also someone who can, like, I always look at the Hierophant also as like the gatekeeper, so maybe he views Hwasa as someone who can push him into different markets, different realms, teach him things about the other side of the industry. Again, he looks at her as like a gateway. But he does, the Hierophant shows a large amount of respect for a person. We've got the Six of Cups. It can be nostalgia, but again, I feel like someone's holding a candle a little bit. I just, this deck has some really interesting artwork. Hopefully you can see that. Sometimes I gotta bring it down here. So sometimes I like to I haven't gotten to see the cards, all the cards in every deck. Sometimes I work with so many. But yeah, Six of Cups is usually about nostalgia, but it could be also she reminds him of someone. Because I know they've known each other for a while, but I don't feel like they go back to childhood. So I think there's some kind of like sense of like familiarity, but in an indirect way. So I don't know. It's like she reminds him of someone, or it's someone like, I wish this person had been around before. Queen of Coins. I really do think he holds a candle for her. Like, I'm just going to be real here. Like, all his cards kind of be like, he looks up to her. Queen of Coins is like, he definitely wants to continue working with her for sure. I mean, here she's like holding a ring. So, you know, usually queens are like the part of the court that takes care of everyone else, or like is about sharing that element that they guard. So this is about wanting to, you know, offer her more work, take care of her, share financial opportunities with her. You know what I mean? Like, I do think he's going to want to work with her in the future for sure. We haven't seen the last of them, like, working together. I think they know they work well together, and I think he probably has more songs written that he plans to work with her on. And it could be that I know they did, I think, I don't know if it was just like a straight up duet or it was like his song that she featured on, but either way, it's like the favor's going to be returned in a way. There's an exchange there. King of Wands. Again, this is him being the creative songwriter. These obviously go together. It's like, I think he does see something about, I don't know if he's necessarily like a straight up producer. He might be. I don't know if he does more than just write songs, but I definitely see him writing songs with her in mind still. Like, and this is not only the financial opportunity aspect, but this is the creative, you know, the person who has mastered their craft, knows what they do really, really well, knows what their vision is for themselves, and obviously here for other people too. So yeah, he wants to work with her some more. King of Swords though, I don't know if he's shy. This is someone who also maybe unclear with their words, isn't as well spoken. He could also be someone that questions himself, looks down on himself a little bit. But the first thing that came to me is like he still gets shy, but also he may find that approaching certain subjects or starting certain projects is hard for him. Because while he's probably the artist, like I feel like he might have some shortcomings on the business side or the dealing with the industry people you have to deal with. There's some kind of like shortcoming there where he's a lot less sure of himself. So he's definitely sure with the professional side and the artistic side, but when it comes to his own personal ideals and I don't know, conversational skills and also how he like presents himself, he has some insecurity there. I mean, that we all do, don't we? I mean, it's kind of relatable. Again, 10 of rings or 10 of pentacles is about kind of the ending of a cycle though. But it is a generational legacy cycle. So I don't know if he's in a moment of change, if he's going to be changing labels or something like that. It could be why he's hesitant to talk about or bring apart these ideas he has. Bring up these ideas he has. He could be in the middle of some kind of big change. The 10 usually means something's ending, but it will start again. So he's in a transition. I know he's already served his military time, so I don't think it's that. Right? He has served? I was almost positive I heard he did. So it might be something like a label change or unless he's like physically moving where he lives, but I don't think he'd be relocating to like a different country, but maybe there could be something like that too. Something where he has to kind of quickly start all over again, reestablish kind of what he's doing. So that could be another reason why he wants these things, but he's not sure about how he's going about them yet. Yeah, the Hermit is also a reevaluation of what you want. So there could be also an image change for him. He could want to revamp his brand. I mean, he seems like a pretty low-key person when it comes to his brand. He's not, I don't think he's super flashy. The few videos I've seen, he looks like your typical kind of street fashion hip-hop artist, but I don't know, he could be ready to change that. There does seem like he's been gaining knowledge and he's ready to put that into action somewhere. So it may be affecting those kind of things. Another sword card in reverse. So these decisions may not be fully realized or made yet. And if we're just speaking on his friendship, I mean, to me, these cards definitely read more personal to him, but if it is about their friendship, it means it's also going to go into a new era where he has to rethink and reevaluate where it's going to go from there. So again, we had that lack of celebration in the present card, so there could be something like this. You know, again, they could have had some kind of fight. He could have misspoke. He could have said something wrong that has made him have to reevaluate how things are going to progress, if they are going to progress, what direction they're going to progress. It seems like he has much to think about. Man, as I say, much to think about. He does seem lost about like what to do. Or point blank, it kind of feels like he got turned down. If he kind of made a move or misspoke, it didn't go his way. I'll put it that way. So yeah, I don't know if he tried to push a boundary that she was not comfortable with. I guess we'll find out in her reading. 2 of Wands. Yeah, 2 of Wands is like starting back at the drawing board. But this is also a good card to talk about more creative collaboration. So I do think it means like, even if they had some kind of misunderstanding between each other, that doesn't mean they're not gonna continue working with each other or kind of being friends for now. It does seem like they're not on the sturdiest ground though. He's definitely having to take time and reevaluate what he says and how he says it to her. I think when it comes to professional work, they're fine, but personally, it seems like there's something going on that he's misspoken. He needs to stop and think about what he's doing. So I don't know. He's got changes going on. He feels like he's currently got a lot on his mind, and not just about her, about a lot of things, especially about his career, or the future of his career. Just out of curiosity, I want to look at those. 7 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Interesting. 7 of Cups is a lot of decision, 9 of Cups. So this could talk about after he's weighed his options, he will come to the right decision for him. But all right, we're going to move on to Hwasa. Whoa. Okay. We got the Sun. That's a good card. 8 of Rings. We got the 6 of Cups in reverse. And the Hierophant in reverse. So those just flew out. So it does show like these things are reversed for her. I do get the eight of Rings is about work, is about the work you're putting in. I know she's like happy with her work, right? Like directly, this is being happy with her work, happy with their work together. I kind of view this as things are good, why change it? You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I definitely get that vibe from these cards. Whereas this is like, she doesn't want to be on a pedestal. Like, I don't think she views herself as any kind of teacher or mentor or gateway into something else. I think that she doesn't like that. Maybe she feels like that could be a way that she could be used or targeted in some way, where she just really wants to enjoy the performance, enjoy the work, without it being something more. Like, she doesn't want the pressure of that put on their friendship. Oops. Ace of Wands definitely wants a future work together. The World. Yeah, again, I feel like this is about not wanting to be out in the public. I feel like Hwasa likes her private life, likes her life to be private. So I think if they are friends or more or anything, she doesn't really want that to be out. Like, she wants to stay guarded, and I'm suddenly like having flashbacks of one of her prior readings where I was like, she needs to be careful about some guy. Oh Lord, I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's this guy, but I'm just saying she does need to be careful about men in the industry around her. So yeah, so this is about wanting to, I just see her a lot of like, this is professional. Like, this is just professional for her. But she does want to work. Like, there's respect as musicians. There's definitely a lot of respect as artists here. But this reads as like a warning to not promote their friendship too much, because also she knows how people are. Even if they're nothing more than friends, there's going to be people who want to read into that, and suddenly it becomes a whole thing. Like, we've seen how bad shipping can get and how detrimental it can be to certain people. So I think she just has a fear of that. I think Mamamoo in general have a fear of that from what I did with their BTS reading. Kind of just feel the need to shuffle these a little bit more. Alright, so just a couple more cards to see what else Hwaso is feeling. Yeah, I just get the vibe she wants to keep things pretty professional. Four of Wands. Yeah, stable. Four of Wands can also reflect your home, kind of where you feel safe. Again, I just read this as she's a private person. She doesn't really want her business out there. Also, Four of Wands can definitely read as her group. So she could be doing a lot of this to protect her group. You know, a lot of the privacy-ish thing. Page of Wands. So it could be that she knows there's opportunity to work, but she's kind of scared to do too much or push it too far forward. Sometimes this can mean like she wants to take a little bit of a step back from their friendship being so public. Because this is kind of like holding some of that creativity to yourself. It's like it's not ready yet. Strength. Strength is also patience, prudence, knowing when's the right time, you know. It also means like maybe she has a lot of compassion. She does care about people's feelings, his feelings. She probably, like I said, she's trying to balance between her image, her work life, her group, how everyone looks, how everyone feels, like everyone's reputation, and also like where her personal career is heading. So she's trying to take that all into account and do it with the knowledge and compassion for everyone involved. Seven of Swords in reverse. She does... Seven of Swords is usually some kind of deceit or betrayal. So there is a little bit of this, like, seeds of distrust, too, I guess, in their friendship. Again, I feel like they had some kind of fight. So there could have been something going on where, again, he said or did something that she didn't like, is kind of what I'm getting. Because it's not upright, so it's not like someone stabbed her in the back. But in reverse, there is a little, like looking, like, I'm watching you. Like, what did you do? I'm watching you. So he could have said or did something that she found was questionable. So she's kind of, I want to say she's putting a little distance there. Yeah, I feel like if they have any kind of friendship relationship, it's not the easiest one. It's got complications. They definitely respect each other as artists. I think we'll definitely see them work again together in the future. There may be a relationship there. It feels, again, when things are complicated, it's usually because there's some kind of feeling involved. But it definitely, again, feels a lot more on his side. If there is anything there, she's either not ready or not sure that it's the best thing for her. And it could be not even necessarily like him personally, just a relationship in general may not be where she wants to be right now, because she's got a lot on her plate that she wants to accomplish and people she wants to care for and not alienate anybody. So there could be a lot of that going on where she's not in that kind of position. So that could be the thing too, is like they did their song together, but they're not going to be like celebrating it a lot together, or as much as maybe people would expect them to, something like that. That's kind of just what I'm getting for those two. There's mutual respect, but maybe it's more, if there's anything more, it's one-sided, or largely like on the other side. So I hope that gave you what you were looking for. Thank you so much again for your donation. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I see you guys again soon. Take care. Till next time. Bye.